Hello, wagwan, habari gani? I hope you are fine. Today I feel a bit better, not like yesterday. Your prayers have been answered. So thank you so much for your prayers, and thank you so much for always finding time to come and watch my videos. So wagwan, habari gani, hamjambo. We thank God for everything. It is another day which the Lord has made, and here we are rejoicing in the Lord. So thank you so much to my new viewers. Thank you so much. My new subscribers, my returning subscribers, the keyboard reactors. God be with you always. You are the best. You are the best of the best. So thank you so much, everyone. And if you haven't subscribed to Pamela's World Kenya channel, please subscribe, share my videos, and let me know what you think of today's video. And on today's video, I want us to start with finding Ian. I saw finding Ian after a long time. I've not been seeing him around Nyabohansi ever since Muraseno talked about not wanting to see people. But I heard him talking about, with finding Ian, because there were things which he wanted from Ian. So it's like a win-win situation. Muraseno needs things from Ian, and Ian also needs views from him. So I think this is the time Ian went to see Muraseno. And I see him like an opportunist. This is how I see him, because he's a pretender. You just look at him, you just know this one is a pretender, because he always shows that love, that true love to Muraseno when he wants something. Anyway, that is them, because he is a friend to them, a friend to Rosio Mom, and I pretended to be missing Rosio Mom so much. So much. Anyway, they went to the airport to receive Rosio Mom. JU was also there. The whole family, Gijiriwa, Uncle Mo, they all went there to welcome Rosio Mom, also to make videos out of it. Not only just going to receive Rosio Mom, that was a way of filming. So they did that. And now, before they went there, because with Rosio Mom going home, there's no much to talk about, because it was just a matter of receiving her home. And we welcome her home. I take this time to welcome her back in the village, plus the baby. So welcome, Rosio Mom. I hope this time when you leave the village this time, you will go and show people nice places as you did. Congratulations in your travels. So now, Muraseno. We are going to talk about Muraseno. Let's leave Rosio Mom for now. Muraseno is someone you can never trust. Remember when we were leaving Argentina, our priority was to put the van on the road. Remember, Muraseno was campaigning for people to come. Even this June, I never expected June to end with that van still in the compound, because this is the thing which we had in our mind. This is it. This is what we are working for. Muraseno was talking about this van every now and then. Once I get home, I will make sure I register this. Okay, the registration is done. Everything according to Muraseno is done. But I think there's something which Muraseno have not done, because if he's posing now, Muraseno is talking of posing because he's not in a rush to get money. This is what Muraseno is telling people now. I'm not in a rush. I'm not one person who is in a rush of getting money. I don't value money that much. We are going to hear all that. He doesn't value money. He's not in a hurry to get money, but he can go for debts. He have 4,000 debts. He went and took materials without paying, and he thinks we are buying that. We are not. So we are going to start where Muraseno is talking about, I'm broke now. It is not a good thing to say you're broke. Why not? If you're broke, you're broke. Why are you ashamed of being broke and you are broke? If you can go and borrow material from your friend, then that shows you are broke. You should be maybe feel ashamed of your status. No. There are so many people out here who are broke, who cannot even do the things which you are doing. So as I started by saying, Muraseno has no priorities. Because when we were leaving Argentina, we knew we were going to put that van on the road. But I see like now there's something which is hindering this van to be on the road. Because he's pretending now everything, now I'm posing. There's no one who can pose a business which is bringing money in. Because building is using his money. But the van, already he has bought the van. If everything is in place, why pause it? Why pause it? We are going to check that. So I want us to start with where Muraseno is talking about. He's broke and now he went and borrowed the money. Then we continue.
This is a permanent structure that I'm putting here. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to go hard. Yes, I know I don't have enough money, but I'll just go. You know, always sometimes it's good you give yourself some hope, just do it, you know that. So I gave myself hope. I said, I know I don't have money. I will do it. Actually, right now, I have debts of close to $4,000 of I bought cement and some materials that I put here. So that is the big deal. But again, I'm happy that at least I didn't get money or I didn't go and loan money in a bank. He's a friend of mine, the guy who supplied me with the cement of the villa. He really believes in me. He loaned me and said, Maro, don't worry, I don't want you to stop. Just construct. Because as I told you guys, my initial intentions was to put iron sheets on top here. But I looked and said, let me put a slab. This is a slab, this one. This is a slab. Let me put a slab here so that it can still give a good value to the villa. And sure enough, I talked to the owner of the guy who supplies the cement. He told me, Maro, we've worked together because actually when I was building the villa, or I'm still building it every day, there's something I'm adding on it. I have bought 70% of the materials of that villa, like cement, things like that from him. He said, Maro, I'll give you this construction material, but at the end of the month, you pay me. So, yeah, and I'll commit myself. Another thing is also when I was in Argentina, I was not really making a lot of money on these platforms of YouTube. So at least now my views have gone back to kind of normal. So at least I can say, at least something is coming, which can help me progress. But why am I saying that? Sometimes we have fear in ourselves. We have a lot of doubts.
So that is Muraseno talking about how the reasons of him going to take materials on debt, because he's talking about his having a debt of close to $4,000. So he went to the friend encouraged him to take, because monthly now he'll be paying monthly. And remember, he's talking about being in Argentina. While they were in Argentina, he was not making money like he's making now. So this one encouraged him to go take some loan, or maybe just like a loan, taking materials on debt. So this is what he's trying to tell us here now. So Muraseno is talking about not getting much in Argentina. Even the few which you got in Argentina, still you could work on that, because there's no way one person, this is how I feel, one person cannot start this, start that, because all these things he's bringing on himself. And he's doing this for people to feel pity for him, because now he's bringing this issue of $4,000, telling people $4,000 he loaned. He was loaned, or maybe materials. He took materials on debt, on credit, let me say that, on credit. So he'll be paying every month. So this is just a way of Muraseno activating donation, because what was the hurry for this? If someone asks you, Muraseno, you had a kitchen to finish. You had a kitchen to finish. Yes, you need a garage. Maybe if you know your hands are full. I'm not saying building a garage is bad. No. But you do things at a time, one at a time. The kitchen is there, not yet finished, and he's doing it by himself. The kitchen is there. The rooftop, you remember when this hot whatever came up, he brought another fundi there. And he's been working on all that other place where the boys will be sleeping out there. You remember we were building another part there where the generators were kept. That is also another construction. When he just came from Argentina, that is what he started with. So that one was going on. The garage is going on. The kitchen is going on. Reason for making the garage going on debts, why? Why can't you just use the money which you have? Work on the kitchen. Make sure your van is on the road before you start this. Because you can, for garage, you could have just done something small. In the meantime, you finish one project at a time. But now you're starting this garage, the kitchen is not finished, there's another construction going on, you are doing this, you are doing that, going now, taking things on credit. Because this is just a way of Muraseno asking people, oh, my friends, I don't have money to pay my debt. Now I'll be paying every month. And who does that? Because I don't know what he thinks. But it's someone who likes using people, starting this, starting that, starting this, for people to feel pity for him. Now he's talking of 4,000 USD. When he was coming from Argentina, he talked about the kitchen was to cost 10,000 USD. He started the kitchen. It is not finished as we speak. He got money from his subscribers, legal fees money. Where did he take that? Or after getting this legal fees money, he is now using the legal fees money to build the garage. Because if he's taking materials for, maybe materials for on credit, not everything he has taken on credit, maybe other money which he got on for legal fees is using on another thing. So you see, this is someone who is confusing, even himself is confusing his audience, because what is the point of starting this, starting that, starting that? Just work on one thing, Muraseno. Work on one thing. Finish the kitchen, because the kitchen was the priority. And then he talked about buying a car now. What are you going to do with all these things you are mixing your mind with? Because you are making yourself, you want to look like he's so busy, because one can be busy just by walking up and down. You just find yourself tired because you've been walking up and down. So I see Mura like someone who has no priority. Like this garage, there was no hurry for this garage. Garage, you can just make something small for the car. While you are finishing what you are doing at the same, maybe like the kitchen, when the kitchen was being built, he would have finished the kitchen. Because this kitchen, he had no priority. Remember, he used to say, I'm not going to build the kitchen, we can still cook anyway. But he came home, used the money which he had, put it in the kitchen, now started another something else garage, which is not was not in the budget, because we would have known we were going to build a garage. So this is just impulse, like impulse buying. He want to put this on his subscribers. And this JU who is in Nyabohanse, he's going to pay this debt. He is going to pay this debt of $4,000. Because for him to bring it now while JU is there, that is a way of JU feeling for him. He's very calculative and he knows what he's doing. But I don't see, this is just my opinion, there was no need of going that big if the other construction or project is not yet finished. You cannot start this project and you start this project unless you have money. Talking about taking these materials on credit, then I don't see you as someone who has priority. Because if you are someone who knows what he wants, immediately you landed in Nyabohanse or in the village, you would have just finished with this issue of your safari, this your van, put it on the road, finish everything. So once it is in the road, at least it will generate some money. All these debts you are talking about, this one would have helped you. But according to him, he's talking about posing, which we are also going to hear. So this is Muraseno bringing another thing after this, because he knows when he starts this kind of project, this is where he gets money. Donors send him money while he's doing something or doing things like this, because he knows when he's not doing something, there's no money coming in. So that is why he goes here, he goes here, he goes here. And you will see, after this one, he will start another one. Even before this one finished, he will start another one. Because he will be starting now, he will talk about the now swimming pool. And that is why he's posing. He's posing because he wants people to give him money, knowing exactly, if I put my van on the road, people, my subscribers will see like I'm getting money from this, so they will not donate to me. So that is why he's posing, not because he's posing to get money for this garage. We know you, Muraseno. Let's continue.
Even sometimes we worry more about money than the mission that we have. For example, yes, I didn't have all the money to construct this house. It looks small like this, but if I tell you guys I've spent close to 20,000 US here, 20,000 US, you won't believe it. But This is the hardest part when constructing.
So Muraseno is talking about where he has reached with the garage, he has used like 20,000 US. And while we were in Argentina, all this time, he's been talking about not even having 10,000 US. Where did he get these 20,000 US? This is someone who has been saying, I don't have money. My kitchen will cost like 10,000 US. But now he's talking about the money which he has already used there, leave alone the debt which he's talking about. The money which he has used in that construction is like 20,000 US. And he could not afford the 10,000 US. Where is these others coming from? And leave alone, the construction is still going on, and then the kitchen is still going on. Where is this money coming from? So he knows what he's doing. He knows because he knows when he starts doing maybe this project construction, this is where he gets goodies. This is where he gets money. Like now this one, he's talking about debts. This debt now, he wants people to pay this debt. Whether it is a debt or whether it is not. Already he has told you he has a debt close to 4,000 US dollars. And he could not afford the 10,000 US dollars which was needed in the kitchen. If he would have used this money, which is now he's using now in building this garage, the kitchens would have looked very nice. He would have built very, very, very classy or modern kitchen. Because he already is talking about 20,000. Kitchen only needed like 10,000. So he would have made something very unique, finish with the kitchen, then move out and now start doing something. But because he knows if he does that, people are not going to donate to him. So he started this, started that, to donate, to generate money. This is just a way of making money. Talking about this issue of Mura, when Mura receives visitors, normally he doesn't eat with them. Remember what he did to JU the first time he went to Nyabohanse, and all those days he's been in Nyabohanse. Muraseno and Rosio Mam always eat in the bedroom. That one we know, and that is the reason why the kitchen is built in the bedroom. These are people who are greedy. They don't want to share. And they want to, the house, when you are in the house, this is your home. When you are cooking, I think that is how I know it. Maybe you know it differently. When you are cooking as the owner of the home, the food which is being cooked, let everyone in that home eat the same food. But if you are eating different food, that is the reason why you see Muraseno and Rosio build the kitchen in the bedroom. Not because they need something which is close to them. No, they want to cook different food, different from what others are eating. Maybe if you are a visitor, you'll be cooked for beans there. You'll be eating beans. But them, they will be eating different food. That is why the kitchen is there, and that shows greediness. I've seen, or I've watched even movies, I've seen people who are rich. The moment God has blessed you, what is food? Cook food which everyone, or the people whom you are staying with, also can enjoy. Not only you who is enjoying the best food, and the workers, people who are working for you, people who are making your life to be comfortable, people who are cleaning your washrooms, people who are doing ABCD for you, and should eat the same food which you are eating. But with them, they don't want that. And this is the reason why the kitchen is built in the bedroom, so that they can eat in the bedroom. Not because, we eat downstairs or wherever it's far. It is because they want to eat things which are different. These are greedy people, selfish. They just love themselves alone. So now he's talking about this issue have reached him, because I've really talked about this. I don't know about others, but me, I've really talked about this in many different videos, pointing this issue of why is he not eating with his visitors when visitors visit. Remember when he was visiting, even Mutua in the US, these people used to eat together with him. Even the places, Ivan, they used to eat together. They never separate their food, because when a guest comes to your home, a guest is someone who is not going to stay there forever. No, they don't. We are not saying you eat with your workers. No one has said eat with your workers. Ours is just to, why are you not eating with visitors who have come to visit you? These are people who come from far. They are people who follows you, and they just come maybe for a day or two. You just set a table. Let the food be cooked, and then you just eat. Because that time while people are eating, that is now when you can have time to talk while you are eating. So that is the reason why he came out, because him also, he got this issue. And he knows exactly what he's doing is not right. And he talked about this issue, which we are going to hear, then we take it from there. Let's hear what he's talking about, this eating with people who visit them at home.
Master is asking me if I'm eating lunch with Jamaican uncle. Yes. Guys, sometimes maybe when you come to our home, we may not eat together. Don't see it as pretense, like not pretense, like pride, like we don't value you or we don't, no, it's not like that. We just tend to take care of ourselves, who is who, guys, and it's not that we doubt our people, but it's just safe that we serve people food and they can eat. Like me, I eat with my wife. If I don't eat with my wife, I'm telling you that day it will be trouble. So right now my wife is not around, but maybe when you're seeing this video, she's arrived. We're gonna be going to pick her today in a few hours from now.
So you heard Muraseno. Muraseno is talking about this issue of eating with visitors. He's talking about them, they don't want to eat with people. Don't see it like maybe there's pride or what. They don't like eating with people who visit because they don't know who is who. So eating, because knowing who is who should happen maybe if these people are the ones who are cooking. But if you are the one who was cooked and just serving them, how again they might harm you? How are they going to harm you? Why is it that you didn't harm, or you've not been harming people where you normally visit? This is not an excuse. This is not an excuse. Visitors, they don't cook. So there's no way they can harm you. This is just being selfish. This is just being greedy. You don't like to eat with your people. You just like eating in the bedroom. And this is not a good habit as a man of the house, and especially someone who is calling himself rich. Your home is big and you have many people. And as you say, you want to have 10 kids. These kids will have their friends. You want to tell me their dad will just be eating in the bedroom with the mom? A big home, a home where visitors visit, people eat in the open, not in their bedroom, especially the homeowner, the father of the home and the mother eating in the bedroom, and you have dining table, you have a big home, you have a big house. You are giving lame excuse. You don't know who is who, as if these people are going to cook for you. You should blame the cook, not the visitors. If maybe something happened while you are sitting eating with your visitors, how can they maybe poison you? How? It's not easy for someone to poison you while you are eating together. You are seated there. They are not the one who is cooking. So this is not an excuse, unless maybe it is you who might harm them. It is you who might harm them because you are the one serving them. They are not serving you, they can't harm you. So that is not an excuse. Just say, me, I like eating in the bedroom with my wife. My wife does not like eating in front of people. But I saw her in her home, the way they eat as a group, the family sits together, they eat together. Why is it finding it hard not to eat with people while she's in the village? Where she comes from, the family is big and they eat together. Why is it that when it reaches here, she doesn't want to sit with people, she just wants to eat with you? If she doesn't eat with you, it's a problem. So those are not things you should bring here, Muraseno. Those are your weakest points, because that shows how weak you are. About many things, because you heard him talking about the issue of not eating with people together. That one, I say that is not the truth, that is a lie, that is being selfish. And now I just want us to move on this area where now he's talking about he's not hungry for money. He's not hungry for money. Let's hear that, because he's posing now to put the van on the road, and knowing very well, while we were coming from Argentina, this van was supposed to be on the road immediately. And you heard during that time he was campaigning for his subscribers, come home, now that I'm going home, I'm going to launch my safari, I'm going to start my business so that you can come, as many as possible. How many people have been invited? Even to go home and drink goat soup. All these things now is posing it. It's like there's something else which is doing or which has happened to make him pose this, because this was the priority. This is the first thing which he was supposed to do while they went to Nyabohanse. But now we've seen him just going this and that. So this is a way of him making money. This is a way of him activating donation. And we are going to see that. Let's hear what he's talking about, the issue of posing this safari.
One of the things you must learn from me is I don't complicate stuff. Easy building, we have a kitchen now. Even I'll take you there for you to see the progress. They actually, even right now as I'm talking to you, they are working on it. So there's a lot of things that I've really tried to build. I've built a kitchen. I've built the parking. That was the most. They're nearly the same actually, the same price. You'll be surprised the kitchen, but this is actually very expensive. I'll say it's very expensive.
So now if he's talking about this, the garage being expensive, more than the kitchen, and remember, he used to tell us he could not afford the price of the kitchen. That is why he was telling his audience to support him, to build the kitchen. How come now the garage which he's making now is more expensive than the kitchen? He's talking about 20,000 US dollars, but the kitchen was about to cost him like 10,000 US dollars. So which is which? This is why I started in the beginning. Muraseno is not one person you can trust whatever he's telling you, because all these things he's doing, he's just doing to make money. He's just doing to maybe for people to donate to him. Now this is a way of him getting donation. So it is his secret of making money. So this is it. That is why he's talking about posing this issue of safari.
The season is already up. I'm not in a hurry to make money. One thing I learned about life is a Swahili word which says mwenda pole hajikwai. Like if you go slow, there is no way you can fall. Not really fall, but you can triple. How do you say? You can a foul. You know when you walk and you knock a stone on the road, you didn't see it. There's a Swahili word which says mwenda pole hajikwai. So I'm not in a hurry to have my Land Cruiser run on the streets. No. Because number one is I'm not hungry of money. Yes, I need money, but I'm not hungry of it. And I realize also as human beings, it's very important when you know how to, it says to eat what you can bite. No, is it to bite what you can eat? Right? Yeah. Then overbiting something that you cannot even swallow. Because when you do that, then you reach a point where even what you are biting can kill you.
So Muraseno is talking about not hungry for money. This is a liar. Look at him. This is a person who always sits down and asks for donation. Now he's talking about he's not hungry for money. He's not in a hurry. And this van, when it was bought, even before it was maybe assembled, he used to talk about, oh, when I go to Nyabohanse, this is the first thing I was going to do. Now he has reached Nyabohanse just because he knows when he put it on the road, people will not start donating to him. This is a way of him getting money. So sitting there trying to lie to people that he's not in a hurry, he's not hungry for money. So who is hungry more than you? You are the most hungry man for money, because each time you talk about please donate to this channel, please do this, help us, this and that. And now you're talking there, sitting there trying to confuse people. You are lying to yourself. You're not lying to anyone. This is someone who has a problem. He knows when he put this van on the road, people will not donate for him or to him. So this is a way of trying to get money from these people, indirect, because he knows the moment people will start maybe coming, him taking them on safari, he will get money. And when he will sit down and ask for money, people will always point, do you have something which is generating money? Why are you asking people to donate to you? So this is calculated, and he knows exactly what he's talking about. So that is Muraseno trying to lie to people. He's not hungry for money. You wonder, what is he talking about? This is someone who has been coming here every now and then. Even as we speak, he's showing people that he has a debt of 4,000 US dollars. So whom is he telling? If he's not hungry for money, why is he bringing all this into people, to his subscribers? He should just be doing his thing silently. So I see him as someone who is lying. And now again, Muraseno, while going to receive Rosio Mom, he looked for flowers he could not get, because he's not used to buying flowers. He's not used to. Otherwise, this was just a good thing to him, because it did him a big favor. He cannot afford flowers. He's one person who would like pretending. Maybe he never wanted, or maybe if he knows the area where he stays or they stay, they don't have flowers, he would have started very early. But because he knew there was a chocolate there which Jamaican uncle already had brought, so he knew even if I miss this, I will take the chocolate. but you cannot say, oh, I didn't get flowers. He's not used to buying flowers, by the way. You know him. Otherwise, I don't have much to talk about now. I'm happy Rocho mom and the baby reached home safely, and here we are. We just don't have to continue. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being my loyal subscribers. God bless you all. Subscribe, share my videos. Forget to give me as many likes as possible. Thank you and God bless you. See you in my next. Bye-bye and God be with you. Bye.